All right, get moving, men. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week.
Ready! We're ready!
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Falcons. With that, let's get over to Atlanta as we welcome in our brand new broadcast pairing for 2016. I think you'll like them. It's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
In its final season now as an NFL stadium, there's a look inside the Georgia Dome in downtown Atlanta. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. They come up in an offset eye. The NFC second leading rusher a year ago, Devontae Freeman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
Ready! Motion, motion, motion. Left. Check.
Now Ryan on second down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Hey. Got 3.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Pro Bowler Brent Grimes brings him down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Brent Grimes is one of those cornerbacks who was overlooked coming out of college and plays each and every game with a chip on his shoulder.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Gun! Back!
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here we go. 51, let's go. Check 26.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Tight end left. 3 down. Ready, Blue 80s, go. On. Kill.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Rolling to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
On. Here we go. Check your hot read.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Ryan now off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now Matt Bryant, who spent 4 seasons in a Buccaneer uniform. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. A first down throw for Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Ready.
The NFL's second leading rusher last year. This is Doug Martin. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Robert Alford is another corner who has a lot of versatility. He can go out and cover the tallest wide receivers and work inside against the shifty slot receivers.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down.
Flip it. Choke. Ready. Blue ready. Here we go. Motion.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down, one of the Bucs off-season signees. It's the former Jag, Brian Enger, to punt it away. Oh, what a move. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Ryan, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Watch it. 11. Check 13. Check 13.
Now Ryan on first down. Surveying the field. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
Double tight. Get up. Check 24. Check 25. Hey, express. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, check. Hey, alert 3. Gun. Check.
On second down, here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Sometimes there's just no hiding it. I've been a fan of Brent Grimes since his days in Atlanta. Undersized, but quickness off the charts. Speed, ability to transition and make plays on the football, something we just saw in evidence there. I thought he was a heck of a player, and besides that, fearless. Would tackle out on the corner. Well, guess what? He left Miami after last season. Now in Tampa Bay, that's the type of play that they've been expecting from him and what's sorely needed for their defense. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcon. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
I know it's a word that we tend to overuse, but Devontae Freeman can be awfully explosive with the ball in his hands.
He showed at the beginning of last year. He had 10 touchdowns the first couple months. The Falcons themselves were red hot, then sort of went down the tubes a little bit toward the end.
Yeah, their team's record and his production declined the same way, but I really like his overall game.
Let's go. Alert flare.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
My 50, my 50.
Jack 31, Jack 31.
Now a second down, trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week one to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
In 2015, we saw the Doug Martin that we saw as a rookie, didn't we?
Absolutely. A 1,400 yards, second only to Adrian Peterson last year.
And he really helped a young quarterback develop by taking a lot of pressure off of him.
Now he feels good coming off that 5-year deal he signed in March.
Feels even better about that.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Tight end. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Jameis on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 7, and it gives him a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Eyes on 13. Eyes on 13. Single.
Let's go, my 50, my 50.
Check. Lucky.
Jameis now on first down. This one complete to Doug Martin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hey. 4 down.
Ready. Blue lady. My 50, my 50.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
$10 yards to go on third.
Tight right. We got 4.
One receiver to the left is Evans. They'll send the tight end in motion left. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Easy.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And a catch by the new signee from Cincy, Mohamed Sanu. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, Ryan. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. 3rd down and 1.
Check.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Ready. White 25.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Go.
Halfback sent in motion.
Left.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
21.
Hatch it.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Right.
Hey,
Twist.
On 1st down, Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman from 21 yards away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So off goes the franchise and Winston. And in to take his place, he'll turn to the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick over the middle to Evans. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. In motion right comes Jackson. Going again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And the back goes into motion.
Check, go back. I got it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
10.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brian Anger now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
I got it.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And the man who helped Florida State to a national title in 2013, Devontae Freeman, reeling off a nice run.
I remember when he came out of school and I was evaluating him for the NFL draft, I loved a lot of his game. Run it, catch it, block. But I loved how hard he played. He played every play as if it were his last, and that ran him to the Pro Bowl after the 2015 NFL season.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
I got two.
Slot man moves right.
Let's go.
Check.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will do it. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their third straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Ooh, with a juke. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd down, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They run. Martin. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Martin. Room here to run. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. It's Desmond Trufant. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready? 58. Hey, let's go. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On first down, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just said.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lavonte David in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Ready? 25.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
11. Get up!
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Evans has it left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day. All day. Tight right, tight right. Three. Slam.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Fitzpatrick, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Coleman trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there.
Tight, move, 45, force.
Switch gears.
Force.
Check 26.
Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
They run it again with Martin. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Fitzpatrick. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. They juked him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got some space here. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big run there by Freeman. 48 yards. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The stop made by the Bucs' leading tackler in 2015, Levante David.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Halfback sent in motion.
Hey, let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They come out here in the eye. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Under. Check 13.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Evans. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
4 down. Alert. Ready.
Third and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. This is caught by Jackson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Freeman again. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key him.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Ryan. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So out come the Bucs now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The rookie from LSU, Deion Jones, in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back near his goal line, Fitzpatrick. And incomplete on the deep ball. Charles Sims, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And the cutback to the sideline. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big play there out of the running game. 39 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. J.J. Wilcox in on the stop.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. So, Charles, the Falcons, they start their farewell tour of the Georgia Dome in grand style with a victory.
That has to feel good because there will be an emphasis on the final season. And, you know, each time they play a game, there'll be some final in there somewhere. But they just want to focus on winning games. And the more they do that, the less they worry about the off-the-field events.
So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta. All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing, they will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This will be taken short. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Trent Murphy the one to bring him down.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Watch left, tight end to the left, tight end left.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Again, it's Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing, but this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood, but give them credit. They got it to pay off.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll run it again with Henry. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Here's Locke. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A 1st down carry for Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's just...
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Throwing is Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Green, on now. Look at Leopard.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hey, we got 4. Let's go. 3-19. Back 99. Back 99. Philly, here we go.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine. All right, here we go. Boom!
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Detroit! Detroit, over! Over!
Flare!
That snap came at 1. Now McCarron. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Tight end's left. Tight end's left. Hey, 4 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mike 5'9".
Over.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
Tight, watch left.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
McCarron going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense needs 11, have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Move. 4 down. All right, here we go.
Now here's McCarron on 3rd. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Yeah, the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And it's 3-0 here in the 2nd quarter. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
So out come the Falcons now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here.
Coach is always hard finding the quarterback, reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Locke goes underneath for Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Luck looks to throw on third. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Caught. It's Cruz, left side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Watch that in. Watch that in.
All right, now, look at this. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Boom, landed. Gone. Leopard.
Check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
To throw is McCarron. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for the first. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now. No. Check. Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney.
They'll run with Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Adam Thielen from 3 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now another shot here at the PAT. Well, we looked at each other right. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he gets it back near midfield, but the dream ends there. He doesn't take it all the way back for two. And the extra point attempt snuffed out.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more blocks.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first down throw. Luck. It's caught right side. It turns. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Shift together here from the D-line. And quickly, they get to the line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy. All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
This is intercepted. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is caught out in the right flat. Another extra point opportunity here. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So let's try this again as they come to the line to go for two.
Set! Green, 39! Green, 39!
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Turn it up, turn this thing up.
Come on, baby, get on your feet.
Turn it up, baby, let's go.
Come on.
Well, we looked at each other. Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. The play clock's running down. Luck on the sneak. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Regular.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer 3rd of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to. They're probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go.
Throwing now. Palmer on 1st down. Pryor has it complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Get ready. Blue zebra.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Let's go. Regular.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. C.J. Anderson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short.
Special teams coaches spend a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
Hey, easy. Hurry!
From his goal line here, Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Third down and 3.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Derrick Henry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Brian Cushing. The linebacker in on the tackle. So 1 yard to go here on third down. Play clock winding down. Love. He's got Curse. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
3 down. Hey,
From the red zone now, Locke being chased out left and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. that was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And play is stopped here. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Luck throwing again, and it pops free. The collision there. Jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last run in before the clock warning.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets half. Way home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And here now the offense heading back. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now it's Palmer going for the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Luck on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. It's going. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30, 20, 10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now another shot here at the PAT. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And here now come the Falcons. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Locke. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So we have, and pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3.
Nice pick, nice pick.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession. Try and steal some points and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Squad. Here we go. 1, 18.
And the wideout in motion. Now Palmer on first down. To the sideline, and a nice kick. Catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Tight end right. Tight end right. All right, now. Run. Zebra.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Palmer. And the hook up over the middle to Pryor. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes the play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. They run it again with Anderson. And he goes. And now a timeout defensive. By the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Zebra. SOS. Let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Hill. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Play action. It's Locke. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going to go. It's Locke. And he's got it to Hearns. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Caught on the right side by Jones. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target, and it's third down. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And that'll bring up second down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Let's go.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And we're back now here in Cleveland.
Get out. Oh. Easy. Check. What's it?
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go.
On third down, Palmer. Pryor has it complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
All right, now.
They're going on 4th down. It's Palmer. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, but they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit.
And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Completed pass, but the price you pay at the quarterback position, sometimes you have to take a lick.
Yeah, he took it on that one, and he paid the price, and happily, because he was able to complete it downfield. Excellent toughness in the pocket.
Here's Locke, and Gresham has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game.
Check 99. Check 99. He right. Check 13.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Palmer. A dump off to Anderson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
30 yards on the pickup there. And that'll set him up now, 1st and goal. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Alert 3.
Sally 19. Sally 19. Mirror.
Alert 3.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll run it with Hill. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the 24-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's second down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Let's go, let's go.
Second and 10, it's Palmer again. Pryor has it complete. 11 yards for number 11. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Man left, man left. Mirror, let's go.
On second down, here's Palmer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athletic...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back.
Good stop. Tight right. We got three, fellas. All right,
On third down, Palmer. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a pass, and he took it.
On second down, Palmer finding time. He's going to look deep down the field, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There was no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play. Came across and knocked it away.
To throw is Palmer. And able to find Green. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Palmer on first down. He's going to air one out.